can I lose if I'm already chose? Like, if she feeling hot, then I make that bitch frozen. I get a bitch tired every time that I post. Damn, the party not lit, then I'd rather not go. If she feeling hot, then I make that bitch frozen. I get a bitch tired every time that I post. Damn, it's not bad, they be on my ass. I could hear you hating from the back. Balenciaga baddie got a bag. Nigga munchin' ate it from the back. Nigga feeling gotta play it cool. Got the zaddy, I'ma make a move. Breaking records, then I'm breaking news. Bitch be pressed like who you? I get whatever I like.
This ain't what you want.
Project
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Ha! 60 on the block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada. Hit it once.
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly explain what a CPN is and what you could use it for and what you absolutely cannot use it for. So a CPN number is a 9-digit number that looks like a social security number. And yes, it's like you yourself having a whole different identity. Or you can keep your same name, you're just gonna have to change your birthday and your address and certain things different than yours. You can very well use it for legal purposes, not illegal purposes, because illegal purposes is even worse, and I believe the jail time is even, I think it's federal. But you can use your CPNs for credit cards, rental, auto loans, checking accounts, but not anything that has interest and stuff like that. That's illegal. Now, you're not supposed to use it for employment, government assistance, mortgages, like to buy a house or something. You can't use it for that purpose. Some people with bad credit get tricked into buying CPNs to make it feel like they're starting over, like as a fresh credit, build your own credit, but that's not really how it works.
I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada. Hit it once, no time. Set up, fuck you.
25% sale ends in less than 48 HRS.
Starting route to Sacramento in 150 feet. Turn left at the fork, make a right, make a left at the light, turn around, then continue for a mile on to South York. In a mile, make a U-turn onto South.
It's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore. I'll go first.
I got this one. How about the government and SSNs and how they pertain to its legality behind CPNs and the rules behind how they can be used? And for those of you who are unclear and ambiguous about what a CPN actually is, allow me to elucidate. So a CPN stands for a credit privacy number or a credit profile number. And this number allows you to have a fresh start to a credit, right? It's a randomized 9-digit number that can be used as a replacement or a secondary social security number. But make no mistake, it is not a SSN, it is not an EIN number, and it is not a tax ID number. It is specifically for credit purposes only. And what this CPN does is it allows you to build a new credit profile in a short period of time. And depending on your budget, you actually can be able to get a 700 to 800 credit score in as little as 30 days. And that'll enable you to be able to do things like rent a home in a nice neighborhood, be able to get the vehicle of your choice, get approved for small personal loans as well as emergency credit cards, right? However, what you can't do with this CPN is purchase guns, apply for employment, apply for any government assistance, and most importantly, file taxes. So here's where it gets deceptive, because you may be wondering, like myself, if the government created SSNs, then went on and created CPNs, then why is there such a gray area on whether or not it's legal or not and what the rules are? Let me explain. So according to the Social Security Administration, SSNs were created in 1936 by the government as a way to track all financial earnings of all United States workers. They then went on to create CPNs in 1974 as a byproduct of the 1974 Privacy Act. And this Privacy Act basically states that you are never forced to submit your social security number unless required by the IRS on a credit application. It also states that you are allowed to have a secondary credit profile that is reporting to the credit bureaus with no issues. This was done so Americans could basically be able to protect themselves against identity theft. I then went on and asked inside my tweet, because something isn't approved by the government, at least, or pushed or aided, does it necessarily constitute to mean that it is unethically wrong? So CPNs aren't a bad thing, nor are they technically illegal. However, the government doesn't actually push CPNs or approve of them only because they don't make any money from it, as they would a SSN, right? Because when you think about SSN, you got to file taxes on that. With a CPN, you don't file any taxes. It's reported by the end of this summer, the average cost of rent is going to be $2,000. Think about who that actually affects. In my opinion, I think it affects lower class and middle class African American people. And I don't want to make this about race because it actually has more to do with power, liberation, consumerism, and ultimately capitalism. But I mean, these are just my tweets and my thoughts. This was for all the naysayers who actually disagree with the whole CPN thing. Tell me what you guys think inside the comments below.